किती मिनिट राहिले? 8. परत? नाही.
डिस्प्ले स्टक झालाय आपला.
What's the timing this is stuck in?
बॅक जाऊन परत चालू द्या.
Coast life.
This is still Domino's best deal ever. I mean, it's the only deal that gets you any Domino's pizza with any.
Diba, I brought my own letter.
दुसऱ्या चॅनलवरती स्टक झालंय.
Okay, yeah.
They'll begin arming that shortly.
What's the timer right now?
Of course, the launch abort system, great shot there of the crew access retracting away. The launch abort system is the tower at the top, and that's what would pull Orion and its crew off the top of the rocket in case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight. This is critical safety hardware that protects the lives of the astronauts.
Hotel. Hotel.
Starting at T minus 6 minutes, the GLS will start bringing that and other high energy systems online, starting with core stage pressurization. Weather is 90% go, the range is go, all systems are go.
PLS is go for core state and pressurization.
Look how many people are there.
That means the replenish valve for the liquid hydrogen tank has now closed, and that tank is beginning to pressurize to flight levels because that hydrogen is naturally boiling inside the tank. We'll get the liquid oxygen tank a little later in the count. Now the team is waiting for verification that, if needed, the Artemis 2 crew could use the launch abort system to pull Orion safely off the top of the rocket in an emergency. Let's listen into that pipe.
PLS verified blast capability available. And did the already copy? Available.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verified that with the commander of the mission.
PLS is go for FPS arm.
Now work is being done to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety can send a flight termination command if the rocket flies too far off track. There's a brief built-in delay, so the launch abort system has time to pull the astronauts safely through.
High flow bleed check.
High flow bleed check. So the cryo team gets verification that the RS-25 engines, all four of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
PLS is go for core.
Find your part. It's set. Go. ShopRanger.com for the product you need delivered fast. High-speed turbines, which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps that steer the RS-25 engines. We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen.
Does that say 933?
20 seconds. We're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core state engines core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
Let's go for part sequence 4.
Moving through the milestones.
I'm
It's looking good.
wonderful. Did you fall?
Just 2 seconds with that first vector control actuator test. This is a gimbling of the engines. There are the 4 RS-25s. Three of them, Shuttle Heritage, one of them built from shuttle parts. There you see them moving. Now we're going to start moving the power from both the upper stage and the lower stage of the rocket to internal, taking ground power away and now going to battery power.
Let's go for upper stage.
Our power is removed from the rocket's upper stage, the ICPS, and it's been switched to battery. Same milestones for the lower core stage coming up at T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Right now, the 4-person Artemis 2 crew is 248,000 miles away from the moon. And if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
Let's go for core stage to internal power.
All right, there's the rocket's core stage, which houses 3 flight computers. It's now on its own power. There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries. So we'd have to recycle back to T-minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
One minute.
Right now, the rocket does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-minus 33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
Let's go for ALS.
Great call out. The rocket is on its own. 4 brave explorers ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched. Sound suppression water is flowing.
15.
And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, RS-25 in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Current roll.
I wish we could see it through the sky right now.
Houston,
Sky now.
Artemis 2 mission. Round.
Oh, it's heading out of Earth. But that fire's really hot.
पडतात.
But the booster says I learned about the TT.
1,200 miles per hour.
Booster per hit.
Mission last time.
Hey,
Passing 1
I
minute.
think we can see the lights outside.
Communication signal transfer confirmed as integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis 2
Check the color.
14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour.
Baba.
1 minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time. Standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%. And a solid rocket booster separation expected at the 2 minute 9 second mark.
At the booster, Sheila. 2 minutes.
We see throttle down. Confirmed separation. Main engine's throttling up.
एम बूस्टर्स पडले का?
हा. आता ते वॉशरूममध्ये जाणार. Do it. Do it. We can see the
हे काय?
Earth. The rocket.
40 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. Thrusters on
It's so
integrity.
tiny, I can
And
see what
proceed
the
to confirm
rocket.
in a ready state.
Huh?
Sort of module fairing separation.
It.
3 minutes into the flight. Integrity 49 miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange.
Oh.
Now passing 5,000
See,
miles per
look
hour.
how beautiful Earth is.
हा तिथून दिसतंय ना त्याच्यातून हे पडलं ना
हा.
Oh.
Land होतं.
पाडत असतात ना ते पडतं ना
It turns it so when you're landing, you know, you go like
Forces jets.
the rocket goes like a fire, like a falling star. It goes that much speed down.
टेक्सास
एकदा लॉन्च झालं की ते कंट्रोल
Oh, look at that sky. Look how dark it is.
Outstanding, man.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen cross the boundary to space with Luke Thompson.
10 minutes.
Signal acquired after that. Now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Flight dynamics officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds. Time of MECO.
Gaia. It's like they're in water. Why did it say 4 minutes?
+4
Yeah. We can see the sun glitching.
We have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Guys, I like TV lah.
5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destiny.
Right?
Control software finishes internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
Baba, circle